Hi everyone, NETFQ here and welcome to another EVE Online video. Today what I was going to do is just walk you through how I do Outgrowth, Rogue, Drone, Hive, which are DED 10 out of 10 escalations. You normally get them from Drone Horde combat sites. And what I'll do is I'll be flying a Tengu here, which is a T3 cruiser. I just find that the best ship for the job. It's not cap stable. So you will see that I'm not going to be running my shield booster all the time. I'll periodically turn it on just to maintain my cap level. And yeah, I'll walk you through what I do in each room. And yeah, once I'm not talking, we'll speed up the video just so you're not there sitting watching me kill rats in each room, I should say. Now, one of the things that I will say is to make this site go quicker, you are going to need this hacker card here, and I'm not going to pronounce it because I can't say that word for the life of me, so I'm just going to call it the Z hacker card. Now, you normally get these from contracts. They're not going to be in the market. They're going to be on contracts, and they range between 10 to 13 million ISK each. And yeah, you can pick them up in Jita on contracts or you know, in the nullsec pocket that you're in. I'm sure someone's going to be selling them locally as well, and that just speeds up the site. Right, so this first room is pretty easy to do. What I do is I just stop my ship and I kill all the small stuff first. I go after all the destroyers and then all the frigates and cruisers. And once that's done, you don't have to worry about the patriarch ships. They actually come towards you, so I normally leave them for the last. What I normally do is go after the matriarchs and the elite drones. Now, the elite drones, they actually do drop loot. They normally drop the AI drone, elite drone chip, which sells for about 1 or just over 1 million ISK. So it's worth looting that if you've got the time. The last thing you want to do is go to the container in the middle there, the deserted starbase, and shoot that, and that drops a container that has a 9th tier overseer's personal effects module, so it's worth looting that as well. Right, now on this second room, this is when it's really important that you have that hacker card in your cargo hold, because you can skip 2 rooms, and what you want to do is go straight for the surging acceleration gate, and you're not going to be in range of any of the rats here, so you shouldn't aggro anything. Just turn on your afterburner and then just make your way over to that acceleration gate. And now the card will be used and it will disappear out of your cargo hold, so it's a one-way trip. So once you go through it, and for whatever reason, you have to warp out of the site, or you die, or whatever reason, you will have to have another hacker card to use this gate again. So it's a one-time use. Right, in this third room, it's a pretty easy room. What I do, just like with the first room, I stop my ship and then I kill all the destroyers and the cruisers first. And then once they're all dead, I then set my sights on the sentient matriarch. Now, this is an elite battleship. It doesn't drop any overseas personal effects, but it does drop some really nice drone loot that can be up to in the 20s of millions of dollars, so it's definitely worth killing. One special thing about this is it does take a while to kill, so what I normally do is I get close to it and bump it and turn it so it's actually heading towards the other battleships that are still left on grid. Just sort of saves you time having to chase down battleships. If you can just bump the sentient matriarch towards the others, it just makes life easier for you in the end. But anyway, so just do that, kill all the battleships, and then take the gate. Simple as that. Okay, in the fourth room, as you can see, on warping, you're going to be landing right next to a bunch of destroyers and cruisers. So what I do is I don't move. I just keep my ship stopped and just kill all those destroyers and cruisers that are next to me. Then what I do is I go after all the other cruisers in the site, and when there's about 1 or 2 of them left, I go after the Khan Drone Supreme Defender, which is an elite battleship. And again, what I like to do is I like to get close to it and turn it by going in front of it so it turns away from you, and then just sort of start herding it back to the other battleships. But along the way, I pick off 1 or 2 battleships while I'm heading towards that elite battleship. And definitely worth killing the elite battleship, because it does drop the 19th tier overseas personal effects. And once that's done, again, just take down all the remaining battleships one after the other, pretty easy to do. And yeah, then we'll go to the next room. And here is the last room. Now on warping, the last thing you ever want to do is go towards your left, because there is a neuting tower there that will newt you out and you won't be able to rep yourself with shields and you'll die. So what I normally do is I head to the right towards that little drone battery there, and on my way of going to the right, I just kill off all the destroyers in the site, just one after the other. And then after the destroyers, I then go after the cruisers, and then the last thing I go after are the Hive defenders. They are the battleships. They actually do quite a bit of damage, so I like to clear out all the defenders first before I go after the Khan Strain Mother. And normally there's 4 defenders in the site, so it's pretty easy to take down. What you want to do is, before you go after the anything, you really want to make sure that you are more than 50 kilometers away from the mother, because within 50 kilometers it's going to web you and your speed is going to drop tremendously. So if you don't have good enough tank, then you could be in a world of hurt. But if I go towards this drone battery that is to the right of the site, normally stay well out of that 50 kilometer range, and I normally orbit the drone battery at about 1,000 meters, just a simple orbit, while I go ahead and kill all the rest of the destroyers and cruisers. Now, you may have noticed that I did actually swap ammo. I was using EM missiles, so I've actually swapped to kinetic missiles. The reason why that is that kinetic missiles do a little bit more damage, and it just makes the site go a bit quicker. I know that these drones do have some kinetic resistances to their armor, but really it's no match for these missiles anyway, because they lose their armor quite quickly. And especially with the drone mother as well, it does have resistances to kinetic in its armor, but once you get that down, its armor doesn't regen. It's only its shields that regen, and there's no kinetic resistances for the shield or hull. So it's always best to do kinetic, just to get that little bit more DPS coming out. And that's pretty much it. Again, you don't want to be anywhere. I think it's about a 30 kilometer range to that neuting tower. So you definitely do not want to get within 30 kilometers, because you will die. It'll just drain your cap really, really quickly. You won't be able to regen, and that'll be it. Game over. But apart from that, it's pretty easy. Slow boating towards the mother does take some time, because the the heavy assault missiles that you'll use for that. Again, it's a 33 kilometer range, so you've got to be within 33 kilometers. And yeah, it can web you out to 50 kilometers, so you've got that 20 odd kilometers that you'll have to slow boat towards it. And while you're doing that, I normally use my javelin missiles, which have a 60 kilometer range. And by the time I get to the mother, its armor is gone, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I can just switch to the assault heavies and just start pounding them. Normally it takes about 3 to 4 full loads of missiles to get its hull down, because it is quite tanky. And what you'll see is actually I don't have the guns grouped, or I should say the missile launchers grouped as I do now. What I do is when I'm shooting the mother, I split them out and activate the modules one at a time, just so there's a constant barrage of damage hitting it, rather than, you know, a volley every 2 seconds or whatever. At least there's a small volley, you know, constantly hitting it, just so it doesn't have that much time to get its shields regenerated. And then yeah, you'll want to loot the wreck, and normally what you get, as you can see at the end of this video, you get a whole bunch of blue stuff and an overseer's personal effects, a 23rd tier overseer's personal effects, and a whole bunch of that blue loot, blue salvage loot. Normally this site, yeah, you get at least 130 million. That's the minimum I've ever got from the site. And yeah, obviously there is a chance that faction modules can drop as well, which will make your profit go up even more. But at a minimum, you're looking at, you know, just over 200 million for killing the drone mother. Anyway, I'll stop talking and I'll let you watch the rest of the video. Right, and that's it. The site is done, and as you can see there, we've got 250 odd million ISK worth of loot there, lots of blue stuff, and of course the 23rd tier overseers personal effects. And yeah, let's talk about the fittings now. Before we get on to the ship fittings, I just wanted to do a quick time-lapse video just showing you exactly how long the site took me to complete. And there we have it, 51 minutes and 45 seconds to complete. Right, let's go over the fittings for the Tengu that I was using. So if I open up my fittings window, you can see that it's a pretty standard fit. For the rigs, I've just got a case partition, a fuel case partition. I've got a hydraulic bay thruster, and I've got a warhead catalyst module. Now for the missile launchers, they are just a standard heavy assault missile Tech 2s, again with the Majoran Javelin missiles which do EM damage. They actually fly up to 60 kilometers, so I use that to clear out all the destroyers and all the cruisers. The other ones are the Rage ones, which do slightly more damage but have a range of 33 kilometers, and that's what I use to kill all the battleships with. For the mid slots, we've just got a Republic Fleet 10 afterburner. We have a B-type multi-spectrum shield hardener. We have a Grista shield boost amplifier, and another B-type multi-spectrum shield hardener, and we've got an A-type medium shield booster and another X-type shield boost amplifier. Now for the low slots, I've just got 4 of the Caldari Navy ballistic control systems, and that is it. Obviously this is the DPS fit. When you are traveling with your Tengu around the place, you want to have a travel fit. And if I can just open up my item hanger, you can see that this is the travel fit that I normally have. I just got 3 inertial stabilizers, the covert ops cloaking device, and for the T3 modules here, I've just got the velocity optimizer. I've got the 3 of them actually. No, that's another velocity optimizer, and so the last one is the engine housing Tech 2 module as well. And that's pretty much it. Or obviously the subsystems. You're going to need the Tengu defensive covert reconfiguration module. That's the one that's going to allow you to use that covert ops cloaking device, and of course the interdiction nullifier, which is going to allow you to warp through bubbles and not get stuck by bubbles, etc. So that's pretty much it. Basic fit. Obviously I don't have any missiles at the moment. Do I have any in my NETFQ? I can quickly show you. Probably not. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So again, yeah, just a Majoran Javelin heavy assault missiles, and we've got the Rage heavy assault missiles as well. And then yeah, for the last room, just to speed up clearing all the destroyers and the cruisers and the defender battleships, I've got the Scourge, which are the kinetic Javelin heavy assault missiles. And then for the last bit, to kill the mother, I use Scourge Rage heavy assault missiles. And there we go, easy as pie. And hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, fly safe and bye for now.